All right. I think we're live because it's saying offline, so I guess we'll find out. So if anybody in the chat, if you guys can hear me, just let me know that this is going, because according to... All right, so yeah, so John says we are live. So according to this, it says it is offline, but you guys are seeing me, so it must be working. So that's all I care about. So I want to say hello to everybody. My name is Chris. This is my channel, We Love Comics. And today is one of those days I absolutely love. Those of you may or may not know that every month I have the privilege of sending 4 of my comics to PGX for them to grade. I made a deal with them where I send 4 comics and they give me a major discount on my grading, and I give them a little 10-second ad that you see on the videos. Now, always keep in mind, just because I have this deal doesn't mean that I'm going to say nothing but positive things. They're very aware of me being honest, and I think my subscribers appreciate that. So if there's anything bad that I see, I will call them out, and I will always praise when things are good. So I like to try and stay as unbiased as possible. And I want to first say hello to everybody that's here, because I always make sure I give shout-outs to the people that arrive early. So Gator wrote first, but he wrote that like 20 hours ago, so he was definitely way ahead of the curve. So hopefully he's here now, but even if he watches it later, welcome. Escargot says, Red 5 standing by. Great Star Wars reference. John is here, and he did confirm that you guys can see this live. It's still showing offline, but you guys can hear me. That's all I care about. So Don, welcome. Blue is here. Don is here. Noah's here. Gizmo is here. Don is here again. Let's see. Steven, Jose, Dan, Don. I think I said Don like 15 times. And Niall. A couple of new people that I haven't seen before, so welcome. Glad to see you guys here. I will be unboxing these live. Now, I also want to mention, and I'm just about to put the link in the live chat. It's also in the description. If any of these books that you see are items that you would like to purchase, I'm not selling them, but I mean, if you see a comic that you want to end up buying because you saw it on my channel, if you go on eBay, make sure you sign up for the cashback program so you could save. Right now, they brought back the 2% cash back on any comic book purchases on eBay. And if you've never used it before, you get the $10 cash back if you spend $25 or more. So the link is in the description if you haven't signed up. It is free, so do it and you'll save some money. So let me put on the camera. And I have the box of 4 graded comics. Now, I don't know the grades. I'm going to be sharing that with you guys. I made my predictions, and I will make sure I go over those. And I will also go over the grades, because the more you learn about grading, the more you can get an idea of, you know, somebody, especially on eBay, if they're saying, oh, this comic's a 5.0, and if you learn about how to grade comics and you see it's really a 3.0 or even, you know, higher than a 5, you can make really smart decisions. So I also want to show you, bring your attention to back there. See that huge box? There's a couple of people that sent some fan mail, and I have no idea what's in there. I will be doing a video probably tomorrow on those, so stay tuned if you want to check that out. But let's get this going. If you guys want to make your predictions, you can. And also, because I made that deal with PGX, I made sure I wanted to make sure that you guys get a deal as well. So if you send in 10 books to get graded by PGX, and of course you don't have to, but if you want to, if you send 10 in and use the code that's in the description, you can get one of them pressed for free. And Daniel Patterson, who is the owner of PGX, said that he's going to talk to me soon, and he's got some good deals and things coming that he wants to share with me. So it's nice that they send the backing boards back. So I've worked with CBCS and CGC. They never return the backing boards, but PGX, that's nice because you can always reuse those. All right, so these are I always look forward to these. And I don't know what the grades are. And good, I opened it from the back so I can't see. So we're going to learn together what they are. I'll tell you how much I paid for them. And what I predicted the grades would be. And I've actually been pretty decent with those. I've been pretty, not always spot on, but within the range of 1 point or less. So we'll see if I can keep that going. Now, there's some newer books in here. So I've been pretty good at like lower grade stuff, because you guys know me, I have a lot of lower grade comics, because to me, like I always say, low grade is better than no grade. But 2 of these are high grade books. So we'll see how accurate I am with grading higher grades. Now we're talking probably between 9.4 and 9.8 kind of high grades. But that's to be expected with newer books. Alright, so as usual, they're pretty darn good with securing these. Alright, so you guys ready to go? I see a lot of people here, so welcome. I have no idea how many people are here because it's still showing offline, but obviously you guys can see it. John says his internet connection's bad. Just try and refresh. Maybe that's the case. So let's get into it. So I'm going to cover the grade so both of us cannot see it. So we're going to start out with Marvel Superheroes featuring Captain Marvel. This is issue number 13, which obviously is the first appearance of Captain Marvel. And Joshua says the chat says 47, so that's great. Thank you for that. So I bought these a couple years ago. I have 2 of these, but I only got 1 graded as of now. But I was telling people to get these years ago, because the idea is to buy comics before they do the announcements, because that's when you're going to spend 3, 4, 5 times what you could have. So I paid $57.26 for this book, and of course that includes shipping and handling. So I predicted this book is going to come out between about a 4.0 and a 5.0 with off-white to white pages. So we're going to start with the first book, and let's see what the grade is. Alright, so there we go. Right off the bat, again, I'm pretty good at being able to grade these. So this came out to be a 5.0 with off-white to white pages, so I was right with that. So it says the first appearance of Carol Danvers, the second appearance of Captain Marvel, and a letter from Dave Cockrum. And looks pretty darn good, so you can see. And the back, nice and white, no rips, no tears. So what I do is, when I show the grade, I go to the CBCS website, because if you know anything about grading, most people will agree that CBCS is the strictest when it comes to grading. So if you go to cbcscomics.com/grades, you can go over what they define is categorized under what they grade comic books for. So let's go over what a 5.0 according to CBCS would be, and you let me know if you think this is accurate. So I'm going to let you see the book while I'm reading this. So they categorize between a 3.5 to a 5.0 as the very good section. Obviously, that's from very good minus to very good / fine, which is a 5.0. So it says, these books are complete, but can have major creases and a spine roll. So this doesn't have a spine roll. I think the biggest thing is right here. There's a little bit of wrinkling there. And there's a couple of minor little color breaks, but that goes completely acceptable under this category. The inside paper quality can be low and small pieces of the pages may be missing. Now, obviously, like I tell people all the time, I make sure I look at the entire book before I send it in. There were no pages missing. Okay, so it also says books with brittle pages cannot grade higher than a 3.5. This has off-white to white pages. They are not brittle at all. Books in this grade are almost always creased, scuffed, abraded, and soiled, but readable. And again, you could see the back. You don't see any of that. And it also says a large amount of tape is allowed in this grade, and there's no tape. So this absolutely fits with a 5.0. I really think that is spot on. I'll let you make the decision yourself. There are some people out there that just hate PGX, whether it's legit or not, that's up to them. I tend to go by what they do, and that's why I do the live videos, so you can make a judgment for yourself and not just hear from people that just hate them with, you know, giving no real major examples on their own. So I think 5.0 is spot on. Not bad for a book I paid $57 for and 26 cents. So, yeah, and Unruly says it even looks nicer than a 5.0. So, yeah, because with the color creases and everything, because there is a thin layer that goes almost all the way up and down the spine that breaks color. So that's like a subscription crease, only by the the corner of the book. So the highest I could ever get was a 5.0. But everything else in the book looks pretty darn good. So I'm happy with it. All right. So I think this is the main one. All right. So let me put on my camera so I can see it with you. There we go. All right. So this is the big boy. Now this one I know is a lower grade. And I'm going to cover this so you could see there is right here piece missing from the back. That's really the major thing about this. There's also right here the comics code. I guess maybe somebody had a sticker on it at one point, and you could see they tore it off, so that did break the color. But overall, it still presents very well, and obviously this is Amazing Spider-Man number 4, which is the first appearance of the Sandman. And again, this is another book I got a while ago, and I got pretty good price, because most people don't want lower grades. And to me, comics are comics. I don't care if it's in perfect condition or in lower condition. As you can see, the cover presents very well. So I'm very happy with whatever this is going to be. So I paid for this book $150. So I'm very happy with that. And I predicted it's about a 1.8 to a 2.5 range with creamed off-white pages. So the pages look really good in this one. So let's see. All right, so somebody leave a comment, because all of a sudden the comments have stopped. So I'm not sure if you guys can still see me or not. Well, I'll keep going and we'll see what happens, because it's been saying offline all this time. All right, so we have... And there you go. See, I said a 1.8 to a 2.5, and look what happens. Okay, people said they're just waiting. All right, so again, that is a great grade, and exactly what I predicted, because I researched this stuff. So it's not like they decided, oh, well, you know, because so many people like accuse PGX of overgrading and everything, and I don't know what they're basing it on, but a 1.8 is absolutely perfect for this. So let's go under CBCS, under a 1.8 range, and let's see what they say. So under a 1.8 range, and again, I'll show the book. Good is really a misnomer, but one that's still readable with numerous defects. Now, this one doesn't have numerous defects, but it does have some. So the inside paper quality might not be good, and the pieces of the pages may be missing. There are no missing pages, and it's creamed off-white pages. Books in this grade are almost creased, scuffed, abraded, and soiled, but readable. Large pieces can be missing from the cover. So as you can see, the back cover, there is a missing piece, but it's large, but it's not huge. It's not half the book or a third of the book or anything. Long or many spine splits are possible. So you can see the staples are attached on both of them, but there's a little piece missing here and here. But again, nothing major. The cover and pages may be detached, but not missing, and is still in collectible grade. So the cover is attached, and you let me know, is that in collectible grade? I mean, it's not worn to all, you know, high heaven. And a significant amount of tape, we don't have to worry about that. Book may be fragile. It's definitely not fragile. So this is, again, origin and first appearance of the Sandman. First appearance of Betty Brant, Liz Allen, and the first monthly issue. The centerfold is detached. So the centerfold is detached, which I did mention when I had it written down in my book when I bought it, and a coupon ripped out of the back cover. So a 1.8 grade is not bad at all, and again, they are spot on. So I'm 2 for 2 with the grades. So, again, I paid not bad for $150. All right, so you let me know also in the comment section what do you think about these grades. I mean, this is why I like to do these live, so people can actually see for themselves instead of just listening to some people that just no matter what you say, they're going to talk negative about something. That's not being honest. I mean, if somebody has a personal bias against something, you should not be reviewing it, because then you're not being accurate, you're not being fair, especially to your viewers. And my viewers' opinions of what I think are very important to me. All right, so we got 2 more books. These are the high-grade books, so these are going to be in the 9+ range. This one, I'm very excited to. This is my second copy of this book. I bought these years ago. I was telling people to get this book way before the movie announcement. This book is definitely going to be out of a lot of people's price range at this point. This is Ultimate Fallout 4, but this is the 1 in 25 variant. I absolutely love this artwork. Absolutely beautiful. I have another one that is signed by the artist that I sent to CBCS a couple years ago. I think it came back like a 9.0 or a 9.2. But this is the first appearance of Miles Morales. This is definitely something to get. Herbert says, Reggie Simmons just let us know about a new grading service. Yes, as a matter of fact, and I'm not going to open this yet, one of those boxes is from EGS. They sent me a comic to do an unboxing. So the video I'm going to be doing tomorrow, one of the fan mail boxes there should be one of the EGS graded comic books that they sent me. So I'm going to do a mini review on it, but I'm not going to do a full review until I send a comic to them, because they said that I can send a couple of comics to them and they'll do a grading service. So we'll see about that. Too early to tell. But expect that video sometime tomorrow, so make sure you check. Hit the notification button if you haven't, so you'll get an alert. And double check just in case, because YouTube is very famous for not giving out alerts, even if you hit the bell. So Joshua says his came back 9.6, and he died inside. Well, you know, don't feel bad, because sometimes there could be just a little bend on page 15 that you might not have noticed, and that could lower the grade. So one minor thing, a fingerprint will lower the grade. That's what something that people don't understand about grading. If you have a fingerprint and it can be seen, like especially a cover that's like all black, they will lower the grade for that. So you got to make sure you check all things. Don't just look at the front cover and say, oh, this is a 9.8. It doesn't work that way. All right, so this is the 1 in 25 variant. I spent $104.25, which at this point is a steal. I predicted it's going to be a 9.6 to a 9.8 with white pages. So here we go. I think this is one of the first newer books that I've actually sent in to get graded. What did we get? Oh, my goodness. I was off on that one. All right, so it's a 9.0. I'd love to know what made it a 9.0, but hey. All right, so I can see on the bottom corner there's a bend and there's a couple of marks on the back. All right, so yeah, I can understand why this is a 9.0. So see, there you go. And you notice even though I said a 9.6 and I got a 9.0, I'm not devastated, because you know what? I still am making money for that. So if you look here, it might be hard to see. There's 3 spots where there's a little bit of the white that's bent, and there's a little bit here. So that would be understanding why this got a lower grade, but I'm still, with this comic, I'm not disappointed. One of the biggest things that bugs me is when people want a 9.8 and they don't get it, and then they have a video like, you know, somebody just ran over their child. It's a comic book. I love it regardless. That's why it's I love comics, not I love only high-grade comics. So 9.0 is perfectly fine. First appearance of the new Spider-Man, Miles Morales, 1 in 25 variant. It did have the white pages, so I was off on that one. But like I said, I don't grade many of the newer books. It is what it is. So I'm not going to complain, because especially with the price I paid, still worth it. All right, so the last one, this one, it could come back as 0.5, and I will make out on this comic. So I am not worried about the grade whatsoever. I have about 12 or 13 copies of this book. I bought them back in 2015 on an average of $18 to $30 a piece. This, of course, is Edge of Spiderverse number 2. This is the first print, and as you can see here, it is triple signed. So I wanted to get this verified. Now, this was a book I was telling people for years to get. Now, a 9.8 unsigned is selling for about $400 to $600, I've seen it. I also was lucky enough to get the 1 in 25 variant that I sent the CGC that came back a 9.8. That's worth currently $4,700. I paid $96 for it. So this book, obviously, is the first appearance of Spider-Gwen, a.k.a. Ghost Spider, who did great in that movie. And see, that's what I'm talking about. You know, they can have their SJW moments if they want, but if they make a movie that's good, people will actually watch it. So there were some people that said, oh, because I'm older, I don't like the newer characters. Well, that couldn't be farther from the truth. I love Miles Morales, love Spider-Gwen, and I hope they do well. Just write them well and don't make it so political, which they didn't do in that movie, and it was quite enjoyable. So if you haven't seen the Spiderverse Sony cartoon movie, watch it. It's a great movie. I'm very happy with it. So I predicted on this one 9.6 plus with white pages. So if I get the higher grade on this one, I'll be much happier. And let's see what we got. All right, so again, 9.0. So I'm bad at the newer grades. But here's the thing. I paid $25.94 for this book. So this was verified, signed by Robbie Rodriguez, Jason Latour, and Rico Renzi. So, okay, so there's a little mini bend that breaks color in the corner. There's some bends there, so I don't think they did the pressings. That's a little disappointing. Because, and I noticed that on the Marvel Spotlight 13. So they might not have done the pressings because there's a big wrinkle right here. But I'm still not going to complain. I mean, I might take this out and have it regraded and pressed again. But even still, a 9.0. And you can also, this is another thing about this book. Right in here tended to get a lot of dirt. So it has a little bit of dirt here. And obviously they couldn't dry clean this because it's right by the signatures. Because a lot of times when they had these books stacked, the backing of the other comic would rub off on this one spot. So if you have this book, a lot of times you'll see there's a little bit of a stain there. So still not bad for a 9.0, considering it's triple signed, and considering I spent a total of $25.94 for this book, I am absolutely not going to complain. So again, two books that I was saying about 9.6, I should have been a little bit more careful with looking at these, because now that I see them on the back, I can definitely see the color break and everything. It's a minor one, but that does reduce it. But yeah, I think I might take this one out and get regraded, because obviously this needs a pressing, because this is all wrinkled here. So let's go over it again. So overall, I'm still not disappointed, because like I said, this could have been a 0.5 and I would still make out. So we got Edge of Spider-Verse 2, 9.0, white pages, triple signed. First appearance of Spider-Gwen, spent $25. We got Ultimate Fallout 4, the 1 in 25 variant. First appearance of Miles Morales, 9.0. I spent a total of $104.25. This one I'm very happy to get slabbed. And again, I predicted the grade again, 1.8 for Amazing Spider-Man number 4, which is the first appearance of the Sandman. Spent a total of $150 on that book. And last but not least, we have Marvel Superheroes featuring Captain Marvel, number 13, first appearance of Carol Danvers. And that was a 5.0, and I spent a total of $57.27. So those are the 4 books. Very happy overall about these. Let me know what you think. If you want to give it a thumbs up, I always appreciate the support. Don't forget that, what was I going to say? Well, that I'm going to do the surprise subscriber shout out. And one more time, I'm going to post the link to the cashback program. Sign up for it if you haven't already, because they have brought back the 2% cash back. And let's get to today's surprise subscriber shout out. That honor will go to Comicholics channel. They are a duo that makes, it's a husband and wife, or soon to be husband and wife, by the way, unless they've gotten married already. They do a great channel. They're very friendly. They do auctions sometimes. So Comicholics, if you guys want to post a link to your channel so people can subscribe, let me know. And that's a new feature I'm going to do here. If you are today's surprise subscriber shout out and you do have a comic book channel or a YouTube channel, as long as it's, you know, something that's, you know, kid friendly, You can now post the link to your channel if I call you out for the surprise subscriber shout out. So this way, maybe it'll get you a subscriber or two. So again, if you send 10 books to PGX and you use the We Love Comics free press code, it's in the link is in the description. If you send 10 books, you can get one of your comics pressed for free. And Great Lona says, has PGX released the new slabs? Not that I'm aware of yet. I will be talking to him soon. Because they will be bringing back the Graders Notes soon. They keep forgetting to put them on mine, even though I specified that they should. I'm going to have to talk to them about that. But that's all right. We'll get it straightened out. So that's it. Those are the 4 books. Hopefully you appreciated it. I have fun regardless of the grades, because for me, I'm getting them protected. And each person has their own different reasons for grading them. So whether you go with PGX, CBCS, CGC, or the newest company coming along on the market, EGS, just go with what you think works best for you. Just don't go by somebody's bias because they have an anger issue or, you know, something negative to say. Because you know what? There is no business that's 100% good, and there is no business that is 100% evil. So if you have somebody that says nothing but praise, and you have another person that says nothing but bad things about a business, that's showing personal bias, and that's not an honest review, and it's not going to really help you. So don't base things on feelings, base it on information. That's where you have to do your own research. So make sure you do that. You can get information from other people, but if you rely solely on other people's opinions, be careful, because if you hitch your wagon to the wrong cart or the wrong horse, it may lead you astray. So with that being said, thank you very much. I'm glad Comicholics, you guys were able to see this. Post the link when the video uploads to your channel. Subscribe to their channel. Subscribe to mine if you haven't. And we'll be back next month for the next 4 that will be sent out. If you want to know what they were, I have a video that I posted a couple of weeks ago. Go check that out. New video coming tomorrow to open those books back there. As you can see, there's 3 boxes. There's also, in the description, at the bottom of the description, there is an address. If you ever wanted to send anything my way, you're more than welcome to. And don't forget, it's not you, it's not I, it's We Love Comics. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I have no idea how many people watch, because at this moment it still says offline, but that's YouTube for you. Have a great rest of your day, and don't forget, it's not you, it's not I, it's We Love Comics, even when they're graded lower than what you thought. Peace out.